Steeler fans, thanks for joining us for another Wednesday night episode of the Pump Your Brakes podcast. I'm one of your three co-hosts. Got my boy, the triple OG, Shannon White, in the building. What's up, Shannon?
How's it going, everybody? I tell you, I'm just really pumped about this show. There's so much to discuss, and I'm ready to roll.
No doubt. We also got the other little fella in the building, hiding behind the beach sign. Somebody must have been moved to the beach, and we're going to talk about that. And I'm saying bench like you, Big-G. It's actually bench, just bench. Go sit on the bench. How do you say it?
The bench. Somebody's going to the bench, and I don't know who's going to the bench, but we're going to get into it today because there was some big trash play out there for the 2-0 Steelers, and somebody's getting to the bench. I don't know who it is. We're going to discuss it on the show, but somebody's getting there to the bench.
You coming fresh off the all 22?
Boy, I've been getting it in. So that way there ain't no all that discussion and people talking about. And Tate, I got to say this to you and Shannon before we get started. PFF is dumpster juice. They trash. They couldn't grade a third grader's test paper. they horrible. Get them out of here, man. But we're going to get to it in the show, bro.
Okay.
He gave me him with the brakes. Shannon, what did he do?
I don't know. It's like he's froze.
He looked like he's big froze. Tate going to, you know what, Shannon? While we waiting on Tate to come back in here, where's the fine sign?
You can't find him. He can't help it.
Hey, man, part of production is preparedness. You either prepare or you repair. So, Tate, for the froze, you get the big fine. He froze all the way down, man. He got to do something different, bro. But Shannon, man, while we waiting, man, let's acknowledge the live chat, man. We got a lot of people in there right now. Let me get my phone out. That way I can make sure I acknowledge the whole live chat, man. Listen, let me start from the beginning. We got Yashir, LG, Jared Devil. We got AFL 67, Steeler Girl 277, Dennis Pavlak, the Quad Father, Ruben Stone, Afton, what's crack-a-lacking, girlfriend? Steeler Girl 277, the Black and Gold Podcast, Rob Lightfoot. We got a lot of people. Tate, I just was acknowledging all the people in the live chat, bro.
We got Booby.
I seen Booby too. I seen Booby over there. Yeah, I seen
him.
Hey,
man, give my Wi-Fi the big dumpster juice sign.
I gave him the fine. You want him to get the dumpster juice? Okay, there you go. I don't have no problem saying it.
You can't find me because my Wi-Fi is raining here and stuff. I don't know what really happened.
I wasn't finding you. I was finding the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi was fine.
I took up for you. I took up for it. You can't help it. Mm-hmm. When that happens, you can't help
it. It just froze up on us, man.
Yeah.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, real quick, thanks everybody. Y'all shout out to people in the live chat so far.
Yeah, we did to everybody. Oh, yeah. Booby, I think Booby and Mr. Woodside was the last two I seen jump in there. TD Tom and Dessenberg just jumped in too. Reginald Rivers just jumped in. They jumping in, Tate. They jumping in. Guess who just jumped in? The Matrix captain himself.
The Matrix
Claude Bishop. What's crack-a-lacking, Claude? Don't start now.
I got a comment for Claude before we finish out too, man. But it's Steeler related, nothing about his Penn State and any lines, nothing like that. But yeah, fellas, this is the last day for the promotional between Steel Curtain Network and DraftKings. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the promo. Then we're gonna cut to a break. Then we're gonna come back. So if you're watching on YouTube, don't go nowhere. You know how it go down. On the audio side, I'm gonna tell you about this promotional today. If you're listening on Thursday morning, this is actually the last day for our audio listeners. But so let me read this. We're gonna jump to a quick break and then get to it. DraftKings Pick 6 NFL. Check out DraftKings Sportsbook for all your sportsbooks need. Download the new DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code CURTAIN. That's code CURTAIN, like steel curtain, CURTAIN, for new customers to play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits, guaranteed. Plus 1 month of NFL Plus Premium on us. This offer expires, like I said, tomorrow, Thursday, September 19th. Go on and download the DraftKings app and Pick 6. Get your free credits. Maybe you get lucky and hit some licks this weekend.
Big facts. Big facts.
So, like I said,
get it.
Go ahead, Big G.
I said, hopefully somebody get it. Somebody who rock with us get it. That's what we hoping. They get that free NFL premium.
So, like I said, we're about to cut to a quick break. Just a quick pause. We'll be right back after this. And I'm just going to put up this. Me and Big G, as you all, a lot of you probably know, have a podcast called The Know-It-All. So, go to it, like and subscribe. And like I said, we'll be right back after this. And we're back on the Pump Your Brakes podcast. I'm your boy Tate with the homies Shannon and Big G. So since it's called Pump Your Brakes, we may as well pump
Damn,
our
we the brakes.
No, that wasn't for nobody, Big G. We just gotta use our sound bites and stuff more, man. We are called Pump Your Brakes.
I thought somebody was hit already, man. Dang, go.
Nah, man, but you usually the one to get that more than anybody.
Yeah, that's facts. That's big facts.
So let's talk about some Steeler news. Steelers is like 5 or 6 Steelers that are in the group of potential nominees for the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, if you guys remember them, go ahead and name them off. I remember Debo.
James Ferrier.
James Ferrier.
James Harrison.
Yeah, Hines Ward.
Hines Ward. Kuhn. I think it was a fullback. I think John Kuhn. And there was somebody else. Crap. I don't remember now. But we know that LC's up for the veterans side.
Yeah.
So I definitely like to see LC and Hines Ward, and then Harrison has a shot down the line because he made the biggest defensive play in Super Bowl history.
I want all of them but Kuhn in, Shannon and Tate. All of them. They all deserve to be Hall of Famers.
Casey Hampton. Yeah.
Casey Hampton need to go in. Hines Ward need to go in. James Ferrier need to go in. James Harrison need to go in. And LC Greenwood need to go in. All 5 of them in.
Think about it. Is there a nose tackle in the Hall of Fame? I don't think there is.
No, unless Vince Wilfork is in there.
No, I don't think he is either, is he?
Yeah.
So to me, the argument is who's the greatest nose tackle, Hampton or Wolford? They're both great. So, I mean, I think Hampton deserves it.
Okay.
All 5 of them. All 5 of them, Tate. All 5.
Okay.
Only one will go in his phone.
I doubt that happens. I think they probably do 2 Steelers this year.
I think it should be Greenwood and Ward.
That's because the NFL's biased. They be biased against the Steelers, dog. They know greatness when they see it. They need to stop that, bro.
But it's got to be Greenwood out of the veteran side.
Yeah, LC making it. But hey, so more Steeler news. We got James Pierre back like MJ in the 45.
Welcome home, dog. Welcome home.
So, I said it, Tate. I said it. They're going to miss him as a gunner, and he was that guy that, on the number 4 corner or whatever, but he always was an excellent gunner, and he really, they've missed him. You've seen it in their coverage. It ain't the same. So I'm really happy he's back.
Yeah, and he could play as soon as this week.
Facts.
Yeah.
I mean, they brought him to the practice squad, but I think they're going to elevate him and play him on special teams this week. He knows what's going on. We got Big-G. That's your bench sign, but I'm telling folks, be patient. A lot of people in Steeler Nation already calling Broderick a bust.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
That is ridiculous.
Tate, I got to put the sign up on him, though, man. I got to put the sign, the bench.
Oh, yeah, he there. He there. He know he there.
But before you get started, I got to say something. You take a guy who's raw, had 1 year starting at Georgia, national championship caliber team in a Power 5 conference, and you bring him in, and he's a left tackle. You draft him to be a left tackle. He's the future because you've already decided Dan Moore is not the long-term answer.
Yep.
But whoever's making these personnel decisions drives me crazy because you got a guy with all the athleticism and first-round talent, but he's got to be coached up. He's got to gain confidence, gain experience. He can't do that on the bench. And they didn't play him. They slow played him. He got 1 game at left tackle, and it was the best game that anybody's had at left tackle for the Steelers since Villanueva.
Yeah.
So what do? You take him and you set him, and then you put him on the right side. All last year, which he's not a natural right tackle, he could do it, but that don't mean just because you can do something doesn't mean that's what you should be doing. Now they bring him and they draft a guy to play right tackle, and so you think Moore's going to be the guy naturally going to go to the bench. No. Roderick Jones has been hurt. He's with that elbow. And Fuatano has been hurt. Well, now they're both back, and you're going to put Roderick Jones on the bench, and you're going to expect Moore to magically be better than serviceable, which is all he's ever been. They are wasting first-round talent right now. And you get 5 years, but they're going to waste the first 2 of them. I do not understand. They did the same thing with Kevin Dotson, who played 4 great games filling in for DeCastro at right guard, and then they forced him to play the rest of his time in Pittsburgh on the left side where he wasn't as good. He goes to the Rams, and he's a Pro Bowler.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who is making these decisions?
Tate, Shannon, this is the deal. Whoever's loyal to Dan Moore needs to be fired out of Pittsburgh. I'm calling for it right now. I don't know if it's the offensive line coach. They got to get fired. Go ahead, Tate. Go ahead, bro.
I was saying the thing is, though, between Dan Moore and Broderick Jones right now, Dan Moore's been playing better.
No way.
No, he has been playing better.
Not in the second half, he didn't.
Tate, no way.
Well, the whole O-line wasn't good the second half, but let me say this. They drafted Broderick Jones, like Shannon said, he played 13 games at Georgia, I believe. And they drafted the future left tackle.
Correct.
Based off his measurables, his size, his strength, his workouts, and the film that says you could develop him into something major. They drafted Troy Fautanu, who's a good athlete, but because he's already polished as far as technique and all that stuff. And that's why he's playing, he's further ahead. Let's not forget Fautanu is a year and a half, I believe, in Broderick Jones.
Correct.
And played like 40 games at UW.
Facts.
So he is further along. So I read one of the guys, Kaboli, had a tweet earlier today. He's talking about Dan Moore looked good at practice and was in a good spirit. And he expects Dan Moore to win Broderick Jones to win the starting job over Dan Moore, you know, in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
And then we'll have that young line that we want. If y'all boy James Daniel keep playing bad, go ahead and when Siamalu come back, who he was limited participant today, he probably won't play this Sunday, but maybe next Sunday he's ready. Like Shannon said, he's close. But then maybe you put Spencer Anderson or McCormick in for Daniels. Let them battle. You know?
Tate, I'm telling you, I watched the film, bruh. I watched the film. And I'm telling you right now, Dan Moore is getting too much pub. It's not like I'm guessing. I'm actually sitting and watching the film with the clicker. I got the clicker right here. And I'm watching the film and I'm rewinding and watching it. And I'm telling you, Dan Moore has had about a decent half. His first half against Denver. Matter of fact, I'm going to give him the first quarter and about halfway into the second. He was decent. But there's no way that Jones, you can keep flipping him from left to right. You got to designate him at a spot, let him play that spot, and let his talent show why he should be starting a left tackle in the league. Somebody's got some bias towards Dan Moore, and Dan Moore should not be starting.
I certainly agree with something you just said. I don't know. But what I was going to say off of what you said was, yeah, Dan Moore. I think nothing against Pat Meyer, but Munch is better. Bring Munch back. That's where I'm at.
As far as coaching, I understand that, but I think it's bias there. Oh my God, Tate, you know what? I got Claude. I gotta read this comment because we thank you for the super chat, and I'm going to read it. But Tate, as soon as I read it, Afton, you ain't going in the matrix, but you put Claude in immediately. He said, Big-G and Afton been telling Big-G, me and Afton been telling you for over 2 years that Dan Moore isn't as bad as you think. Stop it. No, Claude, he is as bad. I watched the film, dog. He's not that good. I'm telling you, when he plays against a serviceable defensive end or outside linebacker that can put pressure, he's going to look horrible. And by then, it's going to be too late. The guys that Denver was running out there and the guys Atlanta was running out there ain't for real.
We'll see. We'll see this weekend. He got to hold up against either Bosa or Khalil Mack, but we'll talk about that when we get to that. And I think Dan Moore, I agree with Claude. He's not as bad as what it seems like you made it to me. And I think he's not going to be a Steeler next year, but he's going to go somewhere and get a nice contract. That's going to happen.
He is serviceable. He is completely average, middle of the road. He's mid. I mean, I don't have nothing against him, but when you're the best on a bad line, you look better than what you actually are. If you like Big G said, when he goes up against some of these top-notch pass rushers and defensive ends, he's going to get destroyed like he always has. And right now, you got a rookie in Zach Frazier, who's your best lineman. Easy.
Facts.
Moore's not even your best lineman anymore.
Sure, listen, on the grade, it's Dan Moore. Go ahead.
I'm saying he shouldn't be the best lineman, but he's better than Broderick Jones right now.
No, yeah, but Jones, because they won't play him. And leave him in one spot and let him mature and let him learn. And he's got a hurt arm.
Tate,
he's got one arm and he's almost as good as Moore.
And game one of this season, based on what I watched, Jones graded better than Dan Moore playing right to left. Okay? The only reason why Jones is getting all the trash right now is because he played for 3 plays or 5 plays and had 3 penalties. That's the issue. The issue is if he didn't have those penalties, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So what he's got to do is clean up his play, stop getting the penalties, and you can't tell me some of that's not being frustrated because of what he's having to do. They're calling him a swing tackle. When do you have Tate? What the hell is that? When do you have a swing tackle in the NFL? Well, God, it's a first-round pick. You play at one spot, and that's it.
I agree.
So you got to put him at left, put Fautano at right, and let's roll.
Who do you draft a first-round pick to be a swing tackle?
Never.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Never.
I think I think we know whether it's this year or next, Dan Moore will be the starting left tackle going forward. But like Shannon said, they potentially wasting a couple years.
Well, Tomlin in the offseason said that he said right out, he said, Broderick Jones is going to be our left tackle. Now, something changed from that point in the offseason to the end of training camp. The only thing I can figure is the elbow injury and the injury to Fuatanu. And so they couldn't play him right off, and they had to play both Moore and Jones. But now, if both guys are healthy enough, I think Moore needs to step to the side.
I think that's what Kaboli was saying would happen. I think Broderick Jones just used this time off just to get his arm healthy again, and then maybe before the bye even he'll left tackle.
But how many times have we seen them play guys out of position and never put them back where they're supposed to be?
That's big facts.
I'm at the point now I'm gun shy.
That's big facts. That's some big facts, man.
Well, I think we all agree. I just think in different ways. I don't think Dan Moore is as bad as Big-G is saying. I think he's the best tackle right now between him and Broderick Jones. If Broderick Jones is better, he'll prove it in practice, and he'll be the starter soon. And yeah, Zach Frazier is great. He reminds me of when our Creed Humphrey was a rookie. He's having one of those kind of years to through 2 games. But I don't see any reason why it shouldn't continue.
Tate, do you know that PFF gave Zach Frazier the worst grade of all the linemen? That's what I'm talking about. There's some shenanigans going on out there, bro. He got the worst grade on PFF.
You just said PFF was trash.
Full trash. Dumpster fire. Whatever you want to. Which one you want, Tate? You can have whatever one you want. I don't care. Tire fire.
I'm a big fan of dumpster juice nowadays.
It's been a minute since I put dumpster juice up there. So I know a dumpster fire ain't put up. Well, there you go. You're getting it again. That's for PFF right there. Their grading system is horrible.
Yeah,
Tate, we got a super chat.
You got a super chat?
Yeah, from the quad.
From the quad in the building. Thanks, Quad Father, for the $2. The Quizod, as Big G coined you last week.
The Quizod.
Jones will be a left tackle after the bye. I'm with that sentiment, not before.
Yeah, if he's injured, Tate, I agree. I do agree with that, bro. If he's injured, yes. Give him time to heal.
Okay. So we got a couple more things to get into. Y'all want to take another quick break now and be done with the breaks and just finish out talking about the quarterback situation and the matchup?
I'm rolling with it. Let's roll with it. Let's take the break, bro.
Thanks, Ma. We see that. I see that. You just worry about the Cowboys.
You know what? I put my sign up. I put my sign up because I knew we weren't gonna use it, but I'm gonna use it today. You just stay over there, Mom. We'll stay right there with that.
You just worry about them Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah. You worry about them rat birds coming to town.
Another super chat from the Matrix man, the homie Claude Bishop. Thanks again, Claude, for the 5-piece. Don't forget, Jones only started 8 games at Georgia and was considered a project, and right now he's playing like one. I don't disagree.
Shannon.
That ain't me.
Oh, hey, Tate.
That was
Gotti.
That was Tate.
Gotti? I thought it was Shannon.
Trying to find me.
Hey, it ain't my fine. it ain't
my
fine.
I agree with Claude right there, though. I mean, and that's what we've been saying. But they didn't help me at all from right to left. I mean, really, for mine, they could have just left him at right and then let Fautanu play left, because that's what he played in college.
Yep, that's facts.
And mostly his time last year at right. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's like it used to be some years back where the left tackle was more important. I think both tackle positions are closer to equal now.
Agreed.
But hey, we're gonna go ahead and take another quick break and come back and get into the quarterback position and all. You know, I can't tell you what's in the hot dog and everything else.
What? Say what? Say it one more time.
I can tell you what's in the hot dog.
Yeah, no doubt.
A hot dog is food, man. I ain't saying
Man, come on, bro. Come on. We're in perilous times right now. We're in perilous times out there. We're in perilous times. Come on, man. We know it. There's a lot of innuendos and references going on around here, Tate. Come on now.
not like you running around talking about calling Nick Chubb chubby.
Yeah, I did say that. That's big facts. I did say that. That's true. That is true.
But yeah, so we're gonna take this quick break and we'll be right back after this to talk about the quarterback position and then give our thoughts on the game. And we're back on the Pump Your Breaks podcast.
Who got hit with the brakes? I had to sign up. Who got hit?
Big G, I'm coming back from break, man. I'm trying to use our teaching breaks.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought somebody got cracked. You know, hey, man. Hey, listen, I'll be having flashbacks about them breaks, Tate. I'll be having flashbacks. Like, wait a minute.
The only person really get cracked is you.
Oh, Shannon gone. What happened to Shannon? There you go.
His Wi-Fi is doing something too because he is up here in boxes. See?
Yeah, look at him. 2 boxes. Hey, Tate, we got another super chat, bro, off the break. We got another super chat.
Okay. That's from Jay's Upper Teeth. What's up, Jay? It's been a minute. Good to see you back in the building with us. Jay said, take his dumpster juice and use the baby diaper. What take you there?
Dumpster, big juice. Oh my God.
He said a baby diaper.
Man, that's bad. He doubled down on you, bro. He wasn't playing. He doubled down.
The damn more tape? Is that's something I said? Is that what you're talking about?
Man, all I know is Jay's upper teeth doubled down. That's all I know. He doubled down. That's all I know.
Fellas, so we got, I don't want to say a quarterback controversy. Tomlin's keeping it under wraps now. In a way only Mike Tomlin can do. I mean, he cracks me up at his pressers and stuff. He's told Brooke Pryor from ESPN, she asked about the petty ball that they gave Russ. He said, not that it's none of any of your businesses.
Yeah. That is big facts, man.
But yeah, man, because everybody want to know what's going to happen when Russ is healthy. And Tomlin is saying we'll cross that bridge when Russ is healthy. But out here in the news, in the media, in the social media world and podcast world, we got different Steelers weighing in.
Facts.
So
we did.
We had Pat P and Santonio Holmes weigh in.
Mm-hmm.
They are Team Justin.
Yeah.
I mean, Pat P said if he wins this week, then you can't take it from him. You just go ahead and let him roll. I think I would be apt to agree with Pat P and San Antonio Holmes was on the Pivot podcast. I think Friday of last week and on the podcast yesterday. And he would roll with Justin.
Mm-hmm.
We got this from.
If you know your coach got confidence in you, then you can smile when you step out on the field and feel good about what's happening. So I think with Justin Fields, he's confident in him. The one thing he knows is Justin Fields is a problem for any defense.
That's Mike Vick giving his opinion on Justin Fields and the QB1 position for the Steelers.
And he also said that Big Ben is a definite first ballot Hall of Famer, and he knows because he was there. And I totally agree with him.
Facts.
Yeah. I saw that part too. It just wasn't pertinent to the clip. Got to keep it under a certain amount of time. And Big Ben says if Russ is healthy, I'm still sticking with Fields.
There you go.
That's why Big Ben, you're a rider, because you understand what it takes to play the position, and you know a dog when you see a dog. He's a rider. He's a rider, Tate and Shannon.
I completely agree with Big Ben, but this probably is not what it is. But I could see, not that this is what it is in Steeler Nation and Shannon and Big G.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna
say it.
I'm gonna say what? I'm just gonna say that I can see Ben wanting Fields to play because he feel like Russ might bring the team another Super Bowl, and then Russ will have the more recent Super Bowl. I want to think, I'm pretty sure, I kick rocks myself, Big G.
Get to swinging.
You want me to kick rocks?
Swinging.
That was for me, for you and Shannon. I'm kicking rocks.
Yep.
I'll tell you right now that the whole reason is he realizes, because he was an immobile older quarterback, this offensive line will get Wilson killed.
I agree. Actually, this right here, Big G, if you can see that, read that about the floor and the city. There go. That's what Russ looked like against Buffalo. And with the way our line in some of these games for periods of time, that's what it'll look like in these games.
Exactly.
Again, that's what Justin Fields looked like coming out the backside, getting you a 20-yard game.
Big facts. It says in sports analysis, use the terms floor and ceiling to describe an athlete's potential performance. A player's floor is the worst performance level, while the player's ceiling is the maximum potential performance level. A high floor means that a player's worst performance is still very good, while a low ceiling means that they have little potential to improve. Whoever you got that quote for is telling the big truth. That's big facts. That's absolutely true, Tate. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. That's the thing, and that's what I was going to have something to say to Claude. Now, Big G, we might not didn't break the news source when Justin Fields came to Pittsburgh, but we've been saying since last February that we want Justin Fields in Pittsburgh.
Tate, didn't I tell you? I mean, we didn't break the news because, I had to be hush-hush about what I knew. Yeah, and you know that. You know that to be true. But I had to be quiet. I couldn't, because I didn't want to get into it with anybody. But I knew he was coming. I knew it.
I'm not even talking about him coming. I'm talking about, and you can get to know Diddy for that, but I ain't going to do it. But
that's facts. Go ahead.
Give it to yourself.
Yeah, go ahead. Give it to me twice. I'll give it to myself. No.
But I'm just saying, we were saying that we know Chicago was going to get rid of him. And matter of fact, after the game Sunday night, it was kind of alluded to. DJ Moore is like, I told y'all we should have kept Justin.
That's for Big Bears trash fans out there.
Caleb Williams over there in Chicago struggling, just like every quarterback has struggled for the past 50 years. And they even got him some weapons.
Yeah, because their O-line is trash. That's why he over there struggling. They O-line. Tate, before we move forward with this, because I'm going to go in. We got 2 super chats. Now we got 3. So I don't know what these fellas got some stuff to say out there, bro.
Who's the first one?
I think it's John Littlefoot or Rod. One of them guys. He didn't put nothing in there. Danny Littlejohn. Hey, man, we appreciate you too, man. But bring your comment back. Run it back. And we got 2 other ones, Tate.
$1.99. He did. He came back with another one. I think Shannon put it up. I'm confused now.
Justin Fields, thank you, Quad Father. Justin Fields is the future. Just roll with him. That's big facts.
Agreed. Now there's one more. It was Little John again, right? This one. I think. Yeah,
there you go.
Little John, thanks for the $1.99 again, man. Hey, I know Big G agree with that one. The Steelers got a lethal weapon with Washington.
They
What I've been telling
threw to him in the red zone.
what I've been telling you, man. What I've been telling you.
One of you live chatters, maybe not in here right now, but I was watching, I believe, the Moats podcast yesterday. Maybe it was all Steelers talk with no distraction. Watch them all just to try and stay up on Steeler Nation and support the different Steeler podcasts. Hope they support us. But somebody commented and said they need to use Darnell Washington like he's the new Eric Green.
Facts. That's quarterback facts. Throw him the ball. Who's going to stop him?
Yeah, he's definitely a weapon.
Did you see the guy that they had covering him in the game was like 5'9", and all they had to do was throw that ball out there, and it was an automatic touchdown.
Yeah, number 6. Little fella like Big-G, Shannon. Little fella.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I watched the Steeler game on replay, and I watched all 22. On the replay on the NFL thing, you see when he motioned out and Justin looked back at the center, you see Justin's eyes get this big. Yeah. I was like, young man, you got to stop telling people what you're going to do. Because I'm telling, when he motioned out, he looked back at the center, his eyes was like, oh my God. Oh my God, I'm going right there. Right there, bro. So yeah. So we got another super chat, Tate.
Okay, I got this one right away. Thanks for telling me, because I'm on the other screen. But this is from Last King of Scotland again. Thanks, Last King. Kenny asked to be traded. Only reason Fields here. That's true. Kenny did not want to compete against Russ, and Justin came after knowing Russ was here.
But the phone.
But that was a trade,
right? But the phone call to Justin had already been made, and the agent for Justin said that he's going to make sure that he gets to Pittsburgh because that's where Justin wanted to go.
Yeah.
So there's that. Let's present all the facts.
He said Kenny asked to be traded, and that was when Russ came.
Yeah. I agree.
Justin didn't come to a couple of days after Russ came.
Correct. That's facts.
Yeah. So, did y'all know that out of his last 8 games going back to Chicago, Justin Fields is 6-2?
Yep.
Yes, I knew that. What's that say, Tate? You got the Last King of Scotland thing up there.
Oh, let me take it down.
I took it down.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I said what I just said. 6 wins since week 12 of last season, tied third most of any QB in the NFL. And right now, Mike Tomlin first, and kind of what he said in his press conference yesterday, Arthur Smith second. They haven't unleashed the whole offense. They just trying to get out of stadiums. They just trying to get out of stadiums with victory. Damn progress.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as improvement, that they just want to win, and we'll see how we are as we go along.
Yeah. Tate, did you get that graphic I sent to you? If not, I'm gonna read it, bro.
About TJ?
No, about Justin Fields.
I didn't see it. I didn't see that one. I saw the one about TJ sacks.
Today, not last year, talking about today in the NFL. Justin Fields' QBR rating is 91.9 with an average of 6.8 yards per attempt. Lamar Jackson's is 90.8 with 6.7 per attempt.
I saw that, but that was one.
On week 2,
it was
up there again.
That's why.
Week 2, it was up there again, because when you start talking to the QBR, you got to subtract penalties and all that other mess. He was right up there again. He lead the AFC.
Yeah, I can believe that, but I'm just telling you that I saw the graphic, but it said week 1 through week 1.
Yeah, week 2 too. Gonna count week 2 too. Gonna count him.
But yeah, I saw that. He means he's playing good ball, and I think he's being handcuffed is why his numbers aren't bigger, but they need to handcuff him. He needs to settle down and be patient and not turn it over. I think they're doing the right thing with him. It's not what us as fans want to see from an offensive perspective, but me as a fan from an offensive perspective, I just want to get out the stadium with a W, just like Tomlin and the rest of the players.
Tate, they're going to let him loose this week. I promise you.
I think each week it'll increase. What do you think, Shannon?
Yeah, I think that the big thing is he's 25 years old. The guy's got all the talent in the world, and he's finally with a team that I think a coach that will believe in him and can develop him. You know, my son said this week, he said, he really needs a wide receiver too. And the way they're using Muth, they're throwing like 3 and 4 yard passes to him. They're not using the middle of the field. They're not tagging down the seams. They're playing super conservative. That comes from Tomlin.
Big G, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
That's coming from Tomlin. So if they change this up and give him more control, do the play action, and a key this week is Roman Wilson might be back.
That's facts. I think he froze, bro. But listen, Shannon, that's facts. Because I think Rome changes the complexity of the playbook.
Yes.
And what the willingness to call with some of that across those, they haven't run a really good crossing route yet.
Not yet. No.
So I think this week they're going to run crossing routes, which in turn is going to loosen up the safeties, which in turn is going to loosen up the running game. And I think they probably might have been running 50% playbook the last 2 weeks. I think the playbook actually jumps up to 75 to 80% this week.
Yeah.
And they're going to find ways to get Freiermuth and Darnell Washington more involved in the playbook than they did
downfield.
Yes.
Downfield. Yes.
Up the seam. Seam. See, you can't run seam routes. You can't run seam routes if you can't run crossing routes.
Yep.
Anybody that's ever coached football, anybody that's ever played football, anybody that understands offensive complexity, you cannot run seam routes without crossing routes. Crossing routes set up seam routes.
You got to manipulate the center of the field.
Yes. Correct. Because football's played by manipulating the safeties.
Yes.
You got to manipulate the safeties. You got to get the slot corner is pivotal. And because you got to put a guy one-on-one with a guy that can get open on a two-way route, inside and outside. But you got to be able to manipulate safeties. How do you do that? You start running crossing routes. Then what happens? Safeties are cheating down. You run up the seam. And that's how you got to play football.
Yes.
So I think now with Roman Wilson doing that, being available and being able to hit a guy on a crossing route, and him and Pickens going like this, what you going to do when you got him and Pickens going like this and Move from Washington going like this? You hit. Hit.
One thing we got to remember, too, is I told everybody when Frazier gets to town, everybody's going to love him.
Mm-hmm.
I said with Beanie Bishop, who I thought should have been drafted, gets to town, everybody's going to say he's feisty, he tackles, he's a Steeler. I said that the Steelers were going to miss James and they got him back. Mm-hmm. Now, remember this. Wait to watch Roman Wilson block. The running game will improve because both games, Calvin Austin and Banjo have missed blocks in the running.
Yeah.
And
Shannon,
won't miss those blocks.
I saw 3 plays on the all 22 film. I saw 3 plays.
Yep.
That if Vance Jefferson or Calvin Austin would have hit the block,
yes,
Warren and Najee would have been up out of there. I saw it with my own eyes. I was like, don't just hit the block. They didn't do it.
And they missed them bad. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Y'all talking about the game against Atlanta?
No, we're talking about last week.
Against Denver, yeah.
Who missed the block?
Vance Jefferson and Calvin Austin. Sure did.
Well, they did the same thing against Atlanta. Calvin Austin.
Yeah, 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
But Quadfather said they did run a pick in the end zone and the ref blew the call.
That was a bad call because they made contact with him. I mean, they even said after the game.
The official, CBS official during the game said that was a bad call.
Yeah, facts.
But before my dumpster diaper juice Wi-Fi went out again.
I got to make a diaper juice sign now because it got dumpster and diaper. Lord,
hey guys, y'all see this?
What?
Well, crap, where'd it go?
The quad? Yeah, the quad.
No, we read that one. This one. I heard the same thing.
No.
What? What's it? Read it. Big G, I heard one.
Big G, I heard that one of the sportscasters bring up Adam Thielen as a possible trade candidate. What do you think? No.
They was talking about that on All Steeler Talk too. Adam Thielen, 34 years old, man.
No, I don't want Adam Thielen. No.
Yeah,
Shannon was right by saying Roman Wilson is. Wait till you see that kid healthy. We ain't gonna have to worry about a number 2 wide receiver. I'm telling y'all.
We
ain't
didn't
gonna
even
have
get
to worry
see him
about
in
it.
the preseason.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have to. Once you see Roman Wilson play, all this chatter about we need a number 2 is gonna go away. I'm telling you.
Hopefully, best case scenario, but we don't know how he's going to be. That's why I don't understand everybody we see Justin playing and winning. We don't know what Russ going to do. We seen a good drive and 5 bad drives against Buffalo. On a bad wheel, 36 years old, I just ain't with it. I mean, Russ can go ahead and try and get him a Super Bowl by being support, being a backup, and being there if we need him. But let Justin play. As far as play style, since week 11 last year, the Steelers' run percentage is the highest in the league. And Dan Moore said in practice that he thinks the running game is close to exploding.
It is. And some of that is
If the receivers will block.
That is correct. That is correct. That's why. Listen, you know what? I'm just going to go out there on the ledge. I'm G-Stradamus, and I don't care what nobody say. Roman Wilson is Hines Ward, baby Hines Ward. I'm telling you right now.
2.0.
I'm calling it right now. I'm G-Stradamus. I'm calling it. I'm telling you, he's Hines Ward. He's baby Hines.
You knew it was coming.
Just make sure you come back and give me my praise when it happened.
Hey, I'll say this. Everybody's saying Adam Thielen is old. But I tell you right now, if you make Roman Wilson your number 2 and he's your number 3, he's better than anybody else you got on the roster right now, not named Pickens or Wilson.
Yes, that's facts.
But see, I'd much rather bring in DeAndre Hopkins over Adam Thielen.
No, bro. We don't need nobody. We don't need nobody. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all.
They are going to make a trade for
bet corner time.
Bet corner time.
Bet corner time.
Before the trade deadline's up there, the Steelers will have another receiver that they brought in from a trade.
Now, it can't be somebody that's a free agent. It can't be no free agent. It's got to be somebody on another roster that they traded for.
But I think you could get Thielen. I think you could get Thielen cheap, and he could come in and be that veteran and be that solid blocker that we thought we was getting in Jefferson, but he has not looked good yet.
Is Thielen a blocker? I don't remember Thielen being no blocker.
No,
he can block as good as Jefferson.
Well, yeah, I can block as good as Jefferson.
I'm telling y'all, they ain't going to do it. They're not going to do it. I'm telling y'all, they ain't going to do it.
Hey, so we're going to talk about our last 12, 13 minutes. We're going to talk about the keys to the game and stuff as we see it. Mm-hmm. Chargers versus Steelers come to Acrisure, 2 undefeated teams, Sunday at 1 p.m. You got the Chargers 2-0 under Jim Harbaugh, and the Steelers 2-0 under similarities in play style for these teams.
Tate, so I didn't hear. Go ahead. I need the last part of what you said, bro. Say it one more time.
But what you talking about?
The statement you just made. I didn't hear the last part of what you
went
said.
in and out.
Yeah. He froze again, Shannon.
I think he might have went out.
Shannon, put up that last king of Scotland, the thing. Said Wilson, last king, thank you for the 2 binkers, bro. Wilson will not back up a worse player like Fields. Wrong. Matter of fact, Shannon, I'm about to get him. Shannon, you got 6 signs, Shannon. Matter of fact, you got 7 signs, Shannon. Which one you want? I'm
4.
about to get him.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Kick rocks. Kick rocks and get in the matrix. Can't freaking way. No way.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
We can
we
hear
hear
you.
you now.
I don't know that Russ has a choice.
That's facts, Tate.
I mean,
It ain't his decision.
He's under a 1-year contract. If he want to go and get traded and they can get some for it, then fine. But if not, and they want to keep him, for a
He froze again.
man, trust me, I just see way more potential in this offense with Justin Fields under Arthur Smith than I do Russell Wilson.
That's
Russ.
facts.
Only thing Russ came with is his resume, a really good one, decent season last year, 26-8. I'm with all that, but the offense is just more capable of putting more points on the board with Fields, especially if he's not turning the ball over.
Yes,
and he hasn't been. But
He hasn't as a go ahead.
He hasn't. I said the Chargers and Steelers are like mirror images of each other, play style. They both run 3-4s on defense. They both want to be heavy run. Harbaugh brought that because Justin Fields was, I think the Chargers was passing 60% of the time most of the years that the other bad coach was there. What was his name?
Stanley.
The Chargers coach last year.
Stanley was his last name. Stanley. That was his last name. Stanley.
Well,
I'm verifying it to look it up now to make sure, but that was his name.
But yeah, so Harbaugh brings that tough mentality, run the ball, be physical, 12 and 13 personnel.
Brandon Stanley was his name. Stanley.
I thought it was Staley.
Staley. I said Stanley. Staley, correct. Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah.
Shoot your regular.
Of course that.
But yeah, so
yeah, we got another super chat.
Quad in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Quizard says the only thing stopping us from scoring is penalties.
That's facts.
I think we'd have at least 17 to 21 more points this season if it wasn't for penalties.
Yeah, but a lot of them are blown calls.
These
refs could be terrible.
That's facts. I don't disagree.
Agreed.
So Tate, we talking about the Chargers, right? And you talking about the keys to the game. You talking about the keys to the game. You want one key? Go ahead, Shannon.
J.K. Dobbins. They got to stop J.K. Dobbins. He's averaging 9.9 yards a carry. That has to stop this week. The defense has to shut that run down and then try to get to Herbert. But if you don't stop the running game, you're going to get dominated.
That's facts.
Look.
Go ahead. You said game stats. Read the game stats right there. What it say, Tate?
Yeah, at the bottom, the season stats so far. I mean, they're within a yard of each other.
Yep.
Just touchdowns, but we know Justin Fields should have 2, like Andrew was talking about the penalties. 2 for sure, maybe 3 or so. And the quarterback rating is real similar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Justin Fields hasn't turned it over. So
yeah. They're neck and neck. And Justin Herbert always gets put in the top 5. Correct. Every week he gets put in the top 5. But the real issue, and like I'm saying the key, Shannon, you hit a key, stopping J.K. Dobbins. I got a key. Unleash Justin Fields. You're at home. You don't have to worry about crowd noise. You don't have to worry about not being comfortable in your surroundings. You don't have to worry about any of those things that go on the road. And rightfully so, we're 2-0 on the road. So it's time. The key to the game is to unleash Justin Fields. Let Justin Fields do what he do. Forget the penalties, forget all. It's time to get some home cooking and put him in position to have 250 plus passing yards with multiple touchdowns and about 50 yards rushing. That's how we should see Justin Fields moving forward with the Steelers. And after this game, there shouldn't be no more question about who's the starting quarterback.
I also think that they're going to have to get creative with their passing because Highsmith is going to be going up against Alt. So he's not going to get there. I mean, he needs – they're going to have to run stunts, different things to bring up pressure because they've only been rushing 4.
Yep.
And I'm not as scared of the Chargers receivers and tight ends being able to hurt the Steelers.
Yep.
So they need to play tight coverage like they've been doing and
Yep.
running stunts up front to get that pressure and make Herbert uncomfortable.
Big facts. Shannon, you see that Steeler Reaper super chat?
Yeah, can I put it up with that graphic?
Go ahead, put it up. It'll come up there. Let's try it one time.
I'm trying here.
Nope.
Well, it ain't working.
It's all
There
right.
it is.
He on the
There
it
it
goes.
is.
Steeler Reaper, man. We thank you for the $4.99. He said, great show, guys. We'll be at the game Sunday. Let's get the dub. Hope Fields uses his legs more. Absolutely, Steeler Reaper. Absolutely.
Amen to that. Yes.
Yeah, he's going to get 50-plus yards rushing. He's going to have about 220 to 250 yards passing. He's going to hit George Pickens in Acrisure Stadium for the Steelers for a big touchdown. And I'm telling you, either he's going to hit Move or he's going to hit, if Wilson is available, or Darnell Washington. Justin's going to throw 2 touchdown passes easily this week. Now, I'm not saying he's going to rush one, but I know who is. Najee Harris going to rush one in too. This week,
Well, you know, the Chargers, their front 7 is very impressive, but the secondary is not as much.
Facts.
So it's going to be maybe hard to run, and you got to have to protect Fields against that front line. But if they can definitely do damage with Pickens, Freiermuth, and Warren out of the backfield.
Yeah. I just don't want the offense trying to prove a point that Dan Moore is a better tackle than Jones for the sake of his argument. Because, Shannon, you're absolutely right. With Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa playing those 2 anchor ends, it's going to be a lot of pressure put on them, i.e. why Justin's going to have to get up on out of there this weekend and run. Because you ain't no holding on to the ball, looking.
No.
That first or second option ain't open. You get up on out of there, bro. Get up on out of there.
They got to move the pocket. And then, just like they did against Atlanta, if it's not there, take off.
Get up out of there.
Yeah.
That's how we got, because guess what? That's what Herbert's going to try to do to us. If they're not open, if they're not open right away, Herbert's up out of there. So
he's moving this year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he don't have the gaudy passing statistics, but he's moving well, and they're running the ball so effectively because of his threat.
Yep.
And they're dominating people. And they're averaging defense giving up 13 points a game. The Steelers are second, I think, at 14 or 15. So you got 2 top defenses.
Yeah. Their top is big too. And all of you guys that's listening to us out there on the audio and checking us out on video, top stands for time of possession. They're almost 2 to 1 in people. So they play extremely similar styles that we play for the Steelers. But Shannon, man, before Tate comes back, we might as well get to it because we're to that hour mark anyway. Give us your prediction for this week's show on Pump Your Brakes for the Pittsburgh Steelers, bro.
Every time I think it's going to be a defensive battle, it ends up being more scoring. And when I think it's going to be high scoring, it's low scoring. So both these teams are really stingy on giving up points. And they both rely a lot on running game and, this. I'm going to say that this is going to be another low-scoring game, somewhere in the range of maybe 18 to 13 Steelers.
18 to 13 Steelers?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. So, Shannon, I've been calling for points for weeks for Pittsburgh. I think last week, I think I had Pittsburgh getting 27. I think this week, the Steelers will get 27. I like the Steelers 27-17. I think that the offense shows up, and I think we're going to get up. And listen, before we even get off the show, I keep telling everybody, I've been saying all along, the Pittsburgh Steelers got the best DBs in the NFL. What they've been showing you. And so I think that comes down to Trice, Jackson, JPJ, Minka, KZ making plays.
Yeah.
And they're gonna make plays in not just the pass, but to help the run. And the Steelers gonna win big this week.
Hey, Big G, I gotta say it. I'm so happy for Corey Trice.
Man.
I mean, the enthusiasm on his face when you come back from not one, but two blown ACLs, and to not only get back, but be your first corner off the bench, and to make such a big interception, game-saving interception. I was so happy for him.
Yeah. Facts. Right now, listen, I'm saying it. I've been saying it. The best DBs in the league, Jackson, JPJ, Trice, KZ, Elliott, and Minka. Let's roll. Let's roll, bro. Let's roll.
Yep.
Having serviceable defensive backs makes the Steelers defense go. Those guys, along with the ability to put Peyton Wilson in the attacking defenses, oh my God. And like I've been saying, Shannon, and we've been saying it, Peyton Wilson snaps is going up and up and up and up and up because he's out there making plays. So, yeah, let's go. Let's go. So, Shannon, man, we're going to close the show out. We hit about the 102 mark. Just give us your last little final thoughts before we get out of here and tell everybody where they can find you on the PYB podcast.
Well, I'm just very excited. This is a key game for Phil and the Steelers. Hopefully, Phil's will be able to show some improvement to where we won't be having discussions about who's going to be the starting quarterback each week. Yep. And you want to win that first game at home. If you start 3-0, most of those teams make the playoffs. The odds go way up. So, but I'm really looking forward to it. And of course, I'll have my next podcast will be Steelers Hangover Monday night at 9:00. We got a new start time due to some work requirements for Daniel. But check us out on Mondays at 9.
Big facts. Make sure you check me and Tate Boy Fresh out this Friday on the Homies and Homies Overtime podcast, live on Steel Curtain Network and Fans First Sports Network. We're gonna be over there this week talking about the horrible Ratbirds and then Bengals and how they've been over there starting with 0-2, man, and what's going on in the AFC North. Then make sure you swing out with the Know It Alls podcast Sundays with me, Mod, and Tate in between game, before the late game and the 420 game. We're going to have the wrap and review of the NFL week, along with the college football week and any other sports news that you like. Make sure you swing to watch the Level Up College Football podcast on Mondays with me, Andy P., and my girl, Sarah C. We're doing big things over there with the college football podcast. Make sure you listen on audio to the No Cap Recap with me, Tate Boy Fresh, and Pay. That's on audio only on Steel Curtain Network, Fans First Sports Network. You can catch that on your drive to the crib on Tuesdays. And last but not least, make sure you swing over to catch That's Rather Cavaliers, Cleveland Cavaliers podcast with me, Tate Boy Fresh, and my boy, Relly Hall. Thank you guys again for rocking with us for another show and another great week. Shannon, you got to scream and take us out of there and end the pod. So let's go.